Ronnie, are you there? I am so sorry to do this last minute. I know it's really bad, but I just won't be able to make it to the wedding today. I just had something come up and I won't be able to go. Wait, you really won't be able to make it at all today? Aw, well, I'm really sorry to hear that. I'm going to miss you. Is everything okay? Are you sick or something? No, I'm not sick. It isn't anything like that. The thing is that I'm actually getting married today as well. So I just can't go to yours when I've got my own to go to. Hold on a second. I'm confused. You're getting married today too? Well, that's amazing. Wow. Congrats. I don't even know what to say, but this is so sudden. I had no idea. It is a bit sudden, yes. But the thing is that if I don't get married to my fiancé today, then he's going to end up getting married to you. I had to make sure that our wedding went down in the books before yours did. Wait, I'm sorry. I don't get it. What are you saying? What does that mean? I'm trying to say that I've stolen your fiancé, Toby. So sorry if that clashes with your wedding plans, though. I know you'll forgive me since we're such good friends, though. What? No, wait. What? Sarah, what are you talking about? You and Toby are getting married? Today? With Toby? You? Oh, whoa. This is way funnier than I thought it would be. You're so funny. Do you know that? This isn't a joke. I'm seriously really lost here. I don't get it. What do you mean that you and Toby are getting married? Are you serious? Of course I'm serious. This is my marriage that I'm talking about. Tell me, has Toby even showed up to your wedding venue yet? I think you'll find your answer there. Hold on. He actually hasn't shown up yet. Where is he? But, well, I got here early, so there's still time for him to show up. I know for a fact that he'll be here in 10 minutes. He has to come. Okay then, if that's what you think. I guess you can wait 10 minutes and then tell me what happens. Although I already know what's going to happen. Toby, what is going on? Where are you? Why haven't you arrived here yet? Everyone is waiting for you. It's way past when you said that you would be here.
Wait, hold on. Are you seriously still hoping that I'm going to be showing up there? I thought you and Sarah already talked this out, right?
Wait, what?
Do you finally get it now? Have you finally wrapped your head around what's going on? Sarah and I have gotten married, and that is that. Sorry if you thought you and I were getting married today, but that is just not the case.
I don't know what to say. I'm shocked. I mean, we're really not getting married at all? I mean, my friend stole my fiancé? How did this happen? What's going on?
Alright, you're clearly in shock, so let me spell this out for you. The fact of the matter is that you are not good enough to marry the son of a CEO like me. But Sarah, unlike you, is good enough for me.
What do you mean? How can you say something like that?
You see, I'm gonna be the one to inherit my family's fortune and company. I have to think about my future really seriously. I need to find a wife that's good enough to be at my side. I have to make my network my net worth. Got it?
So then, that's why you got together with my friend Sarah?
That's right. It's more than fair enough to say that she is obviously cuter than you. So that makes her the perfect wife. Knowing how much better looking she is than you is going to motivate me in the future to work harder. Being with you would just hold me back. She's obviously the best suited to become the future wife of a future CEO.
Is this some kind of joke? What is going on here? You want a wife that would support you? Do you really think that I wouldn't have done that for you?
What are you talking about? All you've ever done is look down on me and treat me like an idiot. You've really changed as a person ever since your career took off. You know that? Ever since you got the promotion and became my boss, you've always treated me as if I'm stupid ever since then.
You can't be serious. Please tell me that that's not how you really feel about me.
Just think about it. Anytime I make even the slightest mistake at work, you show no mercy and always lay into me. All because you got a promotion before I did. I was your boyfriend. Why did you talk to me like that?
Hold on a second. Are you talking about what happened last month? That wasn't just a tiny mistake. That was a huge deal that you caused. You cost the company $1 million. I'm sorry that it upset you, but as your boss, it was my job to make sure that you understood just how serious what you did was.
Oh, give me a break. You kidding me? You my boss, or you my lover? You're a woman, so the answer is pretty obvious, don't you think? The fact of the matter is that no woman should ever talk down to her man like that.
I don't believe you. Please tell me that you don't actually think that's how things work. Do you really think that I should have just let you go with a slap on the wrist for that? It was all your fault. What was I supposed to do? Just say pat you on the head and say that you didn't do anything wrong? You were the one who told me when I got promoted that you wouldn't mix work and home life.
Well, yeah, I said that. But I quickly learned that I didn't actually want to do that. And unlike you, Sarah is actually nice to me all the time. Whenever I made a mistake at work, when you got that promotion before me, Sarah was always there with a kind word to say to me.
Hold on a second. Are you telling me that this affair has been going on since before I got the promotion? I mean, I got promoted 2 years ago. How long has this been going on?
I don't know. I didn't write it down in my calendar or anything like that. But anyways, the fact is that I'm with Sarah now. We're married, and you and I are through. The past is the past and doesn't have anything to do with us now.
I don't know what to say. What is the matter with you? You're sick.
I'm not sick. I made a logical choice to pick Sarah, who will always support me over you, the mean woman boss who always talks down to me. Also, I quit. I'm gonna go back to my parents and take over their business.
Are you being serious? You're really quitting to me like this? All right then. As your boss, I accept your resignation.
Well, I wasn't asking your permission. I already left my letter of resignation on your desk. Once you've finished explaining to everyone that your wedding is over, you can go to the office and check for yourself.
You already wrote your letter of resignation? Wow, you must really be serious about this.
Of course I'm serious. To be honest, I would have liked to stay at that company a little longer so that I could get a bit more experience for when I take over the family business, but as you can see, things change. Anyways, I gotta go do my best to become a CEO for my new wife's sake.
Oh man, yesterday was such a blast. I am beat. I bet you had quite the day yesterday too, right? Having to cancel all those wedding plans last night and explain to everyone what happened. You thought that you were going to have such an amazing wedding and it all fell apart. I hope you were crying the whole time. Actually, if you really want to know, I was so shocked yesterday that I didn't even cry at all. But everyone did feel really bad for me. Yeah, I bet they did. I mean, who wouldn't feel bad for someone whose husband ran away from them to marry someone else on the day of their wedding? I bet they all must have thought you were just the most pathetic woman ever. But all the while, Toby and I were the ones actually getting married. We just got a notice from the court that it's official. Oh, I see. Is that so? Well, congrats to the two of you, I guess. I hope you both have a happy life or whatever. Honestly, I just don't even know what to say to this. I mean, how is someone even supposed to react when something like this happens to them? Oh, thank you so much. Now I'll be a CEO's wife. Isn't that great? And while I cheer for Toby on the sides, I'll be living in the lap of luxury. A lap of luxury, huh? Right. But are you really sure about that? You think that's what's going to happen? Of course that's what's going to happen. Why else do you think that I stole Toby from you in the first place? I was always thinking of how to make him mine ever since I met him. Or rather, as soon as I knew who his family was. I really didn't think much of him at first, but knowing that his father was a CEO changed all of that. I knew that I had to make him mine. Wow, I just really don't even know what to say. But I guess you two probably really deserve each other if that's the reason why you're marrying him. But I just really hope that you realize what you've done. You should know that I'm not even mad, but my parents and all of our friends sure are. I don't really care what you or anyone else thinks, to be honest. They can all cut me off and out of their lives if they want. I'm going to be the wife of a CEO. What do I care? Are you serious? Do you seriously not realize what you've done? I don't care if I lose all of my friends because I can just make new rich friends. You thought you were going to be living the pampered life, but you were wrong. I'm the one who's going to have that life. Plus, we are going to throw a huge, expensive wedding ceremony, buy a new car, move into a penthouse. Oh my gosh, my heart is fluttering in my chest. You'll eat your words one day. You don't have a single idea what you're talking about. The wedding, the car, the penthouse. You're seriously dreaming if you think any of that is happening. You know, jealousy looks really, really ugly on you. And Toby is never ever going to get back with you ever again. I know that you're probably feeling crushed, but you need to wake up and face reality. I mean, it's already official. Toby and I are already legally married. You thought that you were going to marry rich and be a CEO's wife, but it was me. Except you do know that his dad's company doesn't even exist anymore, right? Wait. What do you mean by that? I don't understand. Of course it still exists. Do you have any idea what you're even saying? I know you're jealous, but there's no need to lie about anything. That is just taking it a little too far, don't you think? Yeah, I'm not jealous of you at all. In fact, I just really pity you. I know that you're really excited about all of this, but the fancy wedding, the car, the penthouse, none of that is going to happen. I mean, it might if you take out some huge loans or something, but yeah, good luck, you two. Hold on, what are you talking about? What do you mean that the company doesn't exist? That doesn't make sense. Of course it exists. I mean, Toby told me that he was going to be taking over his dad's company. Yeah, he might be taking it over by his imagination, but yeah, the fact is that his family's company went under and is bankrupt. I know that last night you two were so excited for your futures, but I was more confused as to what you were talking about more than anything. I don't get it. What do you mean the company is bankrupt? How can that be? I haven't heard anything about this. Even Toby, who is right here next to me, is telling me that this is the first he's hearing about it. No way. I know that can't be true. His parents talk all the time about how much trouble the business is in. I even remember them talking about having to close down once. There is no way that this is the first time that Toby is hearing of this. But Toby is telling me that he really had no idea at all, and your story isn't adding up. I mean, you and him were supposed to have some crazy expensive wedding that his parents were going to pay for, right? How could people running a bankrupt company afford to pay for a wedding like that? Well, that's just it. They felt just awful about losing the business, which they were hoping to leave to their son. They said that the least they could do was pay for our wedding, and so they did. No, that can't be right. Are you serious? Apparently, the bankruptcy has been coming for some years now. They tried to push it off for as long as they could, but they saw the writing on the wall. There's no company and barely even any inheritance to speak of. They felt so bad, so they felt like the least they could do was to pay for their dear son's wedding. They were just glad that their son had a good, stable job, but Toby went and brought the whole wedding to nothing. He basically spat in the face of the hard work of his parents. So then, I mean, his parents didn't pay for such an expensive wedding because they just had so much wealth that they could easily afford it? No, of course not. They basically wiped out the last of their savings to afford it. His parents wanted that to be their last gift to Toby, and he ruined it all. You have to be kidding me. I mean, that can't be right. I mean, his family was supposed to be rich. This was my plan for the rest of my life. But they're bankrupt? My whole plan. All gone. My beautiful future? In ruins? You know that running a company is really hard, don't you? And many that aren't huge are barely just turning a profit. Just because someone has their own company doesn't mean they're rich. Many companies go under, it's just a fact of life. I don't get it. So you knew all of this, but you still wanted to marry Toby? Why would you do that if you weren't even going to be a CEO's wife? Why did you want to marry him if he didn't have any money? I wasn't marrying him for his money or to become a CEO's wife or anything like that. I knew that his family business was going under, but I wanted to marry Toby because I really liked him. Are you kidding me? Is that it? You wanted to marry him out of love? That's right. I really admired that even though he kept making mistakes at work, he didn't quit and kept on trying. But after I got my promotion, he started acting really coldly, and it felt like we hardly talked after that. I thought that things would have changed after we got married, but we know how that went. So I guess I have to say that I'm really grateful to you. I don't believe this. I don't know what to say. This is crazy. So, thank you so much, Sarah. You saved me from marrying a serious idiot. You saved me from a world of pain, you know? Instead, you've become the idiot's wife instead. This can't be right. What is this? What's going on? This can't be right. Anyways, good luck with the rest of your life with Toby. Make sure to have enough fun for the both of us.
Hey, Ronnie. What's going on here? Just how long have you known about my family's company being bankrupt? I mean, I had no idea about any of it, so how did you hear about this before I did?
Toby, what are you talking about? Your parents told us this a while ago. We both knew about this well before we were supposed to get married. In fact, I have no idea how you had no idea about any of this. Do you seriously not remember them talking about their business being in trouble or when they filed for bankruptcy? I mean, do you even listen when they talk?
No, it isn't that. I was just so sure that I was going to be taking it over. I thought that they were just talking about how hard they were working. I thought that's just how you talked when you owned a business. I was just being a good son.
Wait, a good son? What do you mean by that?
Well, who asks about how much people make or how business is really going? I wasn't trying to impose on them or ask things that weren't my business.
But you were going to take over the business, so you thought that you were just being polite or something?
I would just ask how work was, and he would just say that it was hard, and I thought that he was just making polite conversation, but I thought the business was still going.
Are you kidding me? You were going to take over the business, Toby.
But they paid for our wedding. How was I supposed to know that they had no more money after that? I mean, whenever I would visit home, they always had food, they always looked like they were comfortable. I don't get it.
I really just don't know what to say. I mean, these are your parents that we're talking about. How could you not ask them more about their lives? They sold what they could of their business and wanted to try and give us a good wedding as a final gift.
Is that what happened? I just thought that they wanted to give us a nice wedding is all.
You really are stupid. You know that? I mean, wow. Just wow.
But what should I do? This is really, really bad, right? I mean, I never even thought of what I would do if the family business went under. I quit my job because I thought I had it made. I need you to take my resignation letter and burn it right away.
I am so sorry to say, but I actually already processed the letter this morning, so there's no going back now.
Wait, you did what? Are you serious? So you mean that I officially have no job at all? Well, this is awful. I never wanted this to happen to me. This isn't why I quit. Please, can't you talk to someone and ask them to undo this? I didn't mean to quit if this is what was going to happen to me. I thought that I was going to be moving on to bigger and better things. Surely a company can understand things not working out and take someone back after an experience like this, right?
You heard me. And no, there is no going back from what you did. The decision is permanent, and you are not getting another position here ever again. I guess you better go and find a new job to take care of that new wife of yours. Anyways, I think we're done here, right? Hey, I'm getting a divorce, so I need your help right now. Come take Toby off my hands for me. You can have him back. Excuse me, just what are you talking about? I can't stand being with Toby anymore, so I want to get a divorce from him. I stole him from you, so now I'm giving him back. You're welcome. Yeah, I'm not going to be taking him back at all. And just what is all of this about all of a sudden? I mean, you two just got married, right? Yeah, we did get married, and as soon as we did, Toby started using up all of my savings. He was talking about wanting to use my money to rebuild his family's company. He was talking about how much he needed capital, and he took my money. Wow, that is just terrible. Sounds like an awful place to be, really. I tried to talk him out of it and tell him no, but he just wouldn't take no for an answer. He told me that I'd promised to always support him and ran to take it all. He just kept saying that he was the son of a CEO, so he could do it. He thought it was just in his DNA. But just think about it. If he succeeds, then you could have your dream life again, right? Surely his parents weren't able to keep their company going, but who knows, in a couple of decades he might turn things around. Of course, that might take tens of thousands of dollars of investment, and he was raised by company founders, so who knows, he might have a chance. Of course he doesn't have a chance. What are you talking about? It's been a month and we're already $30,000 in debt. How are we supposed to turn this around? Whoa, are you serious? You're already that deep in debt? That's insane. He's just trying to throw things at the wall and see what sticks, but he doesn't have any planning done or anything like that. He doesn't even have any other investors. I mean, he doesn't even know what his product will be. How is he supposed to succeed like that? Yeah, you're right. It really does sound like he has no idea what he's doing with all your money. I can't take it anymore. I want a divorce and I want it now. This was supposed to be the start of my perfect life, and now it's a nightmare. None of my friends want anything to do with me anymore, and I can't leave the house because no one will host me. Please, do you think that you could lend me some money? Yeah, that makes sense to me. Everyone did say that they would want nothing to do with you after what you did. I know, it isn't fair. So please, you're the only person that I can turn to now. I need your help. Even my parents told me that this is all my fault. Can you believe it? You have to do something to help me. I can't stand being here anymore. I need to divorce Toby as soon as possible. Please take him back. I don't want him anymore. I already told you that that is not going to happen. He's your problem now, so you deal with him. And this is all your fault, and you did do it to yourself. Do you really not realize that? Please don't be like this. How can you be so cruel? Are you really just going to abandon me like this? Please, you have to do something. You can't just leave us both like this. I seriously need your help right now. Don't you get what a serious situation this is? I mean, we are already drowning in debt. Can't you do anything to help us out? This is a real time of need for me. I thought that we were friends, right? What kind of way is this to treat a friend? Remember all the good times that we had together? I am begging you here. Please help us out of this mess. I can't see a way out. Do you even remember what you did to me? You stole my husband and ruined my wedding. Goodbye. Wait, no. Please don't go. Please don't leave me like this. Can't you at least tell me where Toby's parents have gone to live? They already sold their old house. I don't know where I can kick Toby out to if I don't know where his parents are. His parents are actually living in some corporate housing. I heard about how they had to sell their old house and land due to bankruptcy. They were going to move into some small apartment together, but I offered them to move into some of our corporate housing instead. Wait, really? So that means that you do know where they are right now, right? I do, but I won't be telling. Actually, if you'd like to know, my company's in talks with them about investing into their new company. It's an idea as a subsidiary of our own. They seem really excited about the idea and already have years of experience. Seems like it won't be long before the two of them are back on their feet. I had no idea about any of that. That's amazing. That's right. They are really bringing a lot to the table and work great with the team that we have here. Things are basically going great for them. Wow, so they really are working hard then, huh? They are, although I'm really not sure how much of that spirit they passed along to Toby through their DNA or whatever he was going on about. I don't think that business know-how works that way. That is what I've been trying to tell him, but still he insists on using up my money and we are living on a shoestring budget. At this rate, I'm not sure how much more of this we can take. Well, then it sure is a good thing that you promised to support him always, right? Anyways, good luck being married to that guy. Sarah and Toby really thought that they were the perfect match for each other, but by the end of the month, the two of them were over $100,000 in debt. Sarah ran away from the house in the middle of the night. She still texts me now and then asking for money, but I just ignore her. As for Toby's parents, their company is taking off and they're regularly sitting at some top-level meetings with their parent company. We see each other in the break room and always have a good time talking.
Hey, Lucia, when I come over to see your parents this time, it'll just be those two, right? If your little brother is going to be there, I'm trying to figure out what a good gift for him would be.
Alec is around the house most of the week now, so I think he'll be here when you come. All three of them enjoy sweet food, so maybe do something like a pie or cake for all of them to eat.
Wait, you're telling me that Alec is over at their house most of the time? Does he live with them now? I could have sworn that he was living closer to the company he works for all by himself now.
Did I not tell you about this earlier? Right now, Alec is working on his own and has his own business that he runs. So he's been living with my parents this whole time, doing his own work and everything.
He runs his own business now? That's amazing. What kind of work does he have to do then for his business? And actually, where did he even graduate from, in what field? Is he from Harvard or something? Being able to run his own business at his age already must mean that he has a pretty good head on him, right?
I believe he's working in financing at the moment. But to tell you the truth about him, he never actually graduated with a degree or anything.
What? He never even graduated from a university of any kind, yet he has a business of his own that he runs. That would mean he has his own company, but only with a high school diploma. Alec must have really worked his butt off to get into a position like that, then.
Well, actually, Alec hasn't even graduated from high school. There was a lot going on for him at the time, so he dropped out during his second year there. So if you wanted to know what his final level of education was, it's only middle school, really.
He actually made it this far by only having graduated from middle school.
Back when he was in middle school, he didn't get along with a lot of the people very well, and that carried over into his high school years. And so in the end, he decided to drop out before finishing there. He was actually doing really well in high school as well, but he couldn't handle the stress any longer. But even still, he was able to make it past all of that and is running his own business now. Alec is seriously a hard worker, right?
No. Hold on now, Lucia. That right there is, not okay. I can't believe it. Your little brother is one of those kinds of people.
Huh?
The fact that he never graduated from high school and has been living with your parents ever since is just messed up. All of that is just wrong. I didn't even realize that your family had to carry that baggage this whole time. I think that Alec is anything but special after hearing what you've told me.
Sid? My family doesn't really think of Alec in that sort of, well, unfortunate way. We think that he's doing great for himself, having only ever finished middle school. I mean, having your own business after that is insane, right?
What about any of that is amazing to you? It would be one thing if he'd graduated from high school, but the fact that he only ever made it to finishing middle school is depressing.
What? Depressing?
There are plenty of people that do well for themselves with only a high school diploma, but someone who's only managed to graduate from middle school. What makes this all worse is the reason for leaving school. How uncool. Did he really think he could use the excuse of not getting along well with others at school as a reason for dropping out like that? Jeez, it all makes me think that he's some sort of fat loser that sits at home all day, watching things like anime and crap. Oh, don't tell me he got picked on for that reason, right? That's probably why he's been sitting at home all time living off your parents now, right?
Hey. Don't say things like that about my brother, Sid. He's seriously not that kind of person, all right? So please, stop talking badly about him, all right?
I'm sorry, Lucia. But can we just cool off this whole meeting with your family before we get married? I don't really feel like going over to your parents' house anymore to meet any of them.
Excuse me?
I thought it would just be your average household, but to think there's some kind of lost cause of a middle school graduate stuck in that place. I'm sorry, but I can't be seen going to a house like that. Just hearing from you that he sits at home all day and has been doing that since high school has put me off ever wanting to be around there.
Wait a second, Sid. I'm sure you just have the wrong idea of Alec right now, okay? My little brother is doing all sorts of amazing things with that business of his, and he does it all himself. I understand that he had a tough time in school when he was younger, but right now he's having a really fun life doing what he enjoys. And recently, he's even started getting into boxing. He'll go to the boxing gym every day around lunch during the week and will come back looking like a pro boxer.
No matter how you try and save his image now, the damage has already been done. I want to have a little bit of time now just to think things over. So please just cancel everything regarding me coming there. And the same goes for us getting married, Lucia. I'd like some time to really think things over with you.
What? Wait a minute, Sid. If you're asking to hold things off for a little bit regarding our marriage, then that means we probably won't ever end up getting married, right?
Oh, that might just be the case, actually. You already know that I graduated from a very prestigious university, and I'm working as an elite now for a very well-known company. And an elite like me having to live with a brother-in-law that's a shut-in, that's impossible. Having him even slightly related to me will stain my name in some way, make me look like a fool myself.
Huh?
Now, I'm going to take some time to myself and think all of this over. When I have an answer for you, I'll text you. And while I'm thinking about all of this, please, don't bother me. Hey, Lucia. When is Sid planning on coming over to introduce himself to me before you guys get married? He was supposed to come over a month ago, and he's put all of those plans on hold for way too long now. And both Mom and Dad have been nagging me about it for a while now, asking me to ask you about all of this.
I'm sorry, but I haven't really been able to get anything from Sid for a while now. I guess that's been causing Mom and Dad to get a little antsy about the whole thing, huh? But to tell you the truth, I'm not sure at all whether he even will be coming to see you guys anymore. Like I said, recently I haven't been able to get anything from him at all, and that even means texts from him.
Wait, is that right? Did you guys end up getting into a fight or something before the planned visit?
We didn't get into any sort of fight. We just happened to have a small discussion about some things. And, well, talk about your work and your education came up in that discussion. We were talking about how you run your own business and, well, talk about you only ever graduating from middle school came up, and that seems to have caused him to not want to come around you guys for a while.
No way. That's definitely the reason he's not going over now. I'm sure he's not the only one that would react that way to hearing someone like me running a business. I bet Sid thinks that I'm some sort of loser that sits at his parents' house all day and never goes out to do anything besides get food. Probably doesn't even believe I have a business.
What?
I'm being honest. Do you think people would really believe that some high school dropout could run a business of their own when sitting at their parents' home all day? It really doesn't help that I do live with Mom and Dad still, so I get what he's thinking. I bet he's worked up right now over having a brother-in-law like me, and probably wants to call off the marriage with you.
But I told Sid that you're working so hard to keep your business going and that you do anything but sit around at home all day doing nothing. I even told him that your work is based in finances and that it's a pretty good job. I even said that you go to the boxing gym now and train for a little while every day. I explained all of that to him.
Well, if you explained all of this to him and he still doesn't believe it, I think it's time you give up on wanting to marry him.
But that's...
I'm sorry that my situation is the reason for all of this happening to you. It's true that right after dropping out of high school, I did sit around at home for a year or two. And because of that, I've cost you your marriage to Sid.
You don't have to apologize for something like this. I should have done a better job explaining all of this to him so that he wouldn't get all confused about things.
Well, if you ever get the chance again to talk with Sid, you're more than welcome to explain to him what I do exactly for my work and what my income looks like. If you don't start giving him concrete facts about my life, then he'll never believe you.
Wait, are you sure about that? You told me before that you don't really want those outside the family knowing about your work and what income you have.
I understand that when people hear about the money I make, there will be a few that try to get on my good side just for the money. But I'd rather he knows about the money I make in order to save your guys' future together. And I'm sure he won't really be on me for my money, right? So I'll let you go ahead and tell him those hidden points about me in order to keep him around.
Thank you, Alec. I'll hurry up and have a talk with him about this and then have him over to see you all in no time.
Lucia, look, I've decided that I'm not willing to get married to you anymore, so let's call it all off. I'm not going to become the older brother of some shut-in loser.
Huh? Sid?
You really expect me to believe that a shut-in like him actually has a business of his own that he's making money from? I bet you only want me getting married to you for his sake anyway. You probably want me there so that when your parents are gone, I'll be next in line to care for him. Well, I'm not going to marry you just to be put to work caring for that useless idiot all the time.
Wait a minute. can you just calm down for me? Sid, you have it all really wrong in your head. My little brother is not some shut-in like you keep saying he is. He is working a whole lot and is making quite a bit of money for himself.
You liar. There's no way a shut-in like him could have any type of job in financing. And if he really is making any money right now, it's probably under $1,000 a month. So he can't afford crap with that. But the only kind of financing he does anyways is financing to buy new figures or something like that. And as for the money he makes, it's probably from selling old collectibles that he keeps in that nasty room of his. If that's not the case, then he's probably getting paid a little by your parents to watch the place when they go out.
You're wrong. I'm asking you to please listen to what I have to say about him.
Shut the hell up. To tell you the truth, it doesn't matter what kind of work he does now, or the amount of money he's bringing in. What pissed me off is the fact that he's a high school dropout who now lives as a shut-in inside your parents' home. I'm not a fan of such weak men. Not at all.
Alec isn't living here because he wants to, Sid. He's always been a very bright and happy boy all his life. The whole reason he doesn't go out much besides to go boxing and things like that are due to those that hurt him. He didn't enjoy being made fun of by everyone in his class, and he doesn't want to relive those memories anymore. Do you not understand how messed up it was for him back then? He was bullied to the point that he chose to leave school rather than face them all every day. Are you telling me you can't understand someone doing that?
I don't understand that whatsoever. If anything, I completely understand those that bullied him and think they did the right thing.
What?
There's always going to be that kid in school that gets picked on by everyone else, right? Back when I was in school, I would do the same thing to those that needed to be picked on. Whenever there was someone people found weird or just gross, would make fun of them until they changed their ways or left the school. I've been doing it to losers like your brother ever since elementary school. I even bullied kids in college for it.
You're lying, right? You did things like that, Sid?
And that sort of stuff has been going on forever, and is always done for the same reason. Oh, it's just so much fun watching those losers freak out as we picked on them. And a lot of the time we'd invite them out to play, and later ghost them to make them feel even worse. I'm sure that's the reason why your brother ended up leaving school and shutting himself into his room all the time, right?
You're the worst. So this is the kind of jerk you've always been then. And giving me that kind of excuse for always wanting to pick on others, and you think that the ones being picked on are to blame for it? You have no right saying that about Alec. Who the hell do you think you are saying crap like that about him?
Oh, shut the hell up, Lucia. Look, I'm sorry that your brother is a pile of garbage, but you've lost. So be quiet. I'll have you know that you and the rest of your family have no right talking back to me. An elite worker who's making far more than your whole family combined.
Huh?
The fact that he had to shut himself in because he could never fight back is so freaking hilarious. And the fact that you have him as a brother just makes you seem even worse. So you really thought I'd be able to marry you when you're covered in the same filth your brother is now? I'm not joining you and your family, having to take care of a good-for-nothing loser like him. You and I will never get married, as long as you have that stain on your name.
Did you even know that my brother is making millions every year? You may think of him as some kind of unwanted baggage, but my family, he's the one taking care of us all. Just last year, he was willing to pay for my family's whole house to be renovated into something completely modern. And every year, he's inviting the whole family to join him in going overseas on vacation. He's always been thinking about the family more than himself, and as of right now, he's doing an amazing job running his business. To me, he's the one person I can say I'm really proud of.
I thought you said that your brother was a high school dropout, never left your parents' house. So you think I'm going to believe that he's able to make millions every year? I bet your brother can't even make 1/10 of my $100,000 a year that I'm making.
Stop calling my brother a freaking shut-in right now! I told you already that he's running his own business and finances. He's also responsible for this new and improved house my parents and him live in, and for his job going so well for himself. And because of all that hard work he's put in, he's able to make over $1 million a year doing that job.
Really? You think he's able to make over $1 million a year when he never even made it through high school? There's no way that he's that incredible that he could actually do something like that.
And I understand why you can't believe it, but I'm not lying to you one bit. He's been out of school this whole time, and while everyone else has been doing all of that, he's been making money for himself and the family. He was able to work a part-time job right after dropping out doing video editing for content creators. And while doing that, he started to study economics in his own time and soon started to work on making investments. And recently, he's put a lot of what he's learned to work helping fund other small companies and working to make them grow.
Huh? He's even been doing all of that.
And do you want to know something else? One of those companies he helped out a little while back ended up giving him the rights to the company after the CEO sold it to him for a very fair price. And now he has multiple businesses under him that he's been managing.
Then that means he really has the chance to be making over 1 million a year. Even though he never made it out of high school, and even though he spent a lot of his time being a shut-in.
I don't want to hear that crap from a so-called elite worker like you anymore. You lost out to my brother, who is both younger than you and making way more than you every year. So I'm wondering how you became such an elite worker when all you care about is education someone has. It amazes me that a company like that is willing to employ someone who's that narrow-minded. If you'd like me to stop tearing into you like I am now, then stop trying to make a fool of my brother.
You're calling me narrow-minded?
You're the one that cannot accept that my brother is able to do so well just because he dropped out of high school. Yet you have nothing to show for that besides that job, where you're only making a small fraction of what my brother makes. I'm not going to sit here and let some loser like you make any more fun of my brother. Unlike you, my brother was able to do all of this on his own without anyone's help. So just shut the hell up, Sid. You are one of the least impressive men around compared to my brother, and you'll have to work a whole lot harder than him if you want to be on top.
I just heard this from Mom a second ago, but is it really true that you and Sid have broken up? This had to have been my fault, right? I'm sorry that my situation is what led to you and him getting married falling apart.
No worries, Alec. You're not even the problem in all of this. If anything, I'm thankful to you. It's because I have you around that I was able to see the true side of that loser. You really are the best little brother ever.
I'm sure that's not the case, right? Well, I just hope that the next man you find is a lot better than him. Hopefully it's a man that's a little more open-minded about me and is much nicer to you.
Well, hopefully I'll find that man because I'm planning to get right back at it looking for my new boyfriend. But it will take a little bit of strength on my end to get over what Sid said about us. And not just said, but has done.
Huh?
I actually went out today with a new man that I was introduced to by one of my friends. And as we were meeting up at a local cafe, Sid came in and started to ask me to get back together with him. And not only that, but he was trying to kiss your butt right in front of me with all the praise he was giving you. And it's not only in person that he's been doing all of this, but through text and call as well.
Well, if you can't seem to get him off your back, leave that all up to me. I'll make sure to figure out a way to get him to never come around you or the rest of us ever again.
Wait, you're going to do that, Alec? What do you have in mind?
Well, just leave that one up to me, okay? I just plan on going out and showing him what the man he makes fun of for being a high school dropout can really do. You really found a way to make me get a taste of my own medicine. You really do have a terrible little brother. You're the worst of the worst when it comes to people, the both of you. I'm not going to let you off easy after what you did to me.
Yeah, what is all this about now? I could have sworn that you're the worst of the worst when it comes to people.
I'm not the one that everyone hates. I've been a genius ever since I was a little boy, and everyone's loved me for that. I've also been the best at every sport that I've played, and have never lost at anything. I was even able to go to Harvard, which nobody in this city can say for themselves. And above all of that, right now, I'm an elite working for a massive conglomerate, which makes me one of the top dogs. Yet tell me right now why the hell I'm being fired due to what your little brother did.
You're being fired?
All your brother is a stupid little dropout who has amounted to nothing. And not only that, but he's never left his house before, besides to get fast food, and he looks like his face is being used as a doormat. But it's because of him that I'm being fired. Wait, this is all what you deserve for being a rotten loser. So stop trying to blame me for getting what you ordered. And would you stop trying to yell at my sister for it? Huh? Nice to meet you, finally. And thank you for breaking up with my sister before you showed us all your true colors. I'm her little brother, Alec. I understand that you're very upset about being terminated from the company that you boasted so much about. But please don't forget that this is all happening because of your idiotic behavior. It's your fault for thinking that you could treat a customer of your company with such terrible manners. Excuse me. I can understand why you praised me as much as you did. The moment you found out that I'm making way more than you ever will now. You've been so desperate to get back into our lives that you've been asking the girl that you just broke up with for her hand in marriage again. And have even been trying to contact me in order to ask for my help. I like the part where you told me about all the experience you have in the business world, even though you've only ever been a paper pusher for that company. And after that, told me that you'd like to become partners now, with me doing most of the work. And that after you became my partner, you'd like my help getting back with my sister. Well, what's so wrong with asking you that? All of that seemed like a pretty good deal to you, right? I do more than just push papers at the office, and I know of a whole bunch of opportunities that would help your company out a bunch. And in return for that info, I'd be able to marry your sister, and we could all live happy and wealthy lives. We'd all get to be happy, and that's what matters, right? Are you being serious about that right now? What you've been trying to do isn't viewed so well in the business world. And that's why I ended up screenshotting everything you said to me and gave it all to the company that employed you to look over. I didn't think it would happen so fast, though. You getting fired, that is. Do you think you have any right doing this to me when you never had the balls to make it past middle school? Who cares that I was trying to make inside deals without the company being involved? If you would have just shaken my hand on the deal, then I'd be in the clear. My classmates from back in middle school were just like you two. Had you never told any of this to the teachers, we could have gotten away with bullying you. But of course, I wasn't going to let them continue to bully me. So I always brought it up with the adults so that they could handle everything. However, in return, that only made students hate me more. And as I went into high school, a lot of the teachers stopped helping me, saying that if I don't have evidence that I'm being picked on, they can't help me. That's why the only choice I had left was running away. Honestly, piles of crap like you are what made me really hate going to school. Shut the hell up. You lack of common sense shut in. No matter how hard you try and fight people like me, we will always come out on top, and you'll always stay losing. Unlike me, you never get to brag about the college you went to, and you don't even have any friends like me. I hope you never forget all those great memories that all those students gave to you back then. I understand that I'm a high school dropout, and that only ever making past middle school isn't something to brag about, but I'm the one making millions a year. So you acting like a schoolyard bully right now and calling these names isn't gonna hurt me. You're just some college alumni making around $100,000, and I'm a high school dropout making millions a year. I'm sure if anyone had to make a choice on what life to live, they'd be choosing my life. I get that. It's strange that I've never even met you in person yet, but even if we had met in person before things went downhill, you would have seen that not only does my money make me powerful, but so does my muscle. I've been around the house all the time doing work and such, so the only way to exercise has been going to the boxing gym and training there. I'm able to bench around 330 pounds, and looking in the mirror, I look like a tank. What? You're able to bench that much? So if you really want to keep calling me names and treating me like an idiot, come on over. We can settle all of this the old-fashioned way. You might be able to beat me with your educational background, but when it comes to pure physical might, I think I have you beaten. And when it comes to us picked-on losers that you love to hate, we go all out when it comes to fights. So come on over. Right now. Or maybe I'll ask my sister to give me your address. Hey man, stop. Don't you freaking dare come anywhere near my house, you freak. And promise me that you'll never bother my sister or I ever again, okay? Then you won't ever have to worry about me coming out to find you ever again. I'm gonna take your silence as an agreement to that promise. Good day to you, Sid.
Due to my little brother Alec taking care of the situation for me, I never had to hear from Sid ever again. And from the rumors I've heard about him, he's run away from here and made his way back to his hometown to try and hide. But back in his hometown, there are a lot of classmates that he used to pick on back in school living there, and they all hate his guts. He even went to one of their class reunions but couldn't find anyone that cared to be his friend anymore or even help make him feel human. When talking with Alec about all the rumors I've heard, he replied to me saying that when he went to his class reunion one time, he showed up in one of his nicer suits with a Rolex watch on and everything to show off to them. And after getting all their jaws to drop, they began asking him about his money. But before they could get an answer, he left the place and went back home to play some video games. Thank you for watching and listening. We hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Also, feel free to leave a comment about what you thought of the story. We look forward to seeing you at the next story. Hey, Irene, what the heck is your problem, huh? Care to explain this pie in the fridge? It's absolutely huge. How am I supposed to fit anything else in here? Oh, hey, Luna. I really am sorry for taking the fridge right now. It was just that I baked the pie before going to work last night. I was going to have some after I get back from my shift, but feel free to help yourself to some if you'd like. I have some different kinds of teas in the cupboard that might go well with it. You think I want to have a single bite out of something that some gas station attendant made? Besides, don't you know that I'm on a diet? Oh, I see. I guess I didn't know about the diet. And just why would you go and bake something, huh? Don't you know that we just had our oven replaced? Don't tell me that you used it. Well, yeah, of course I used the new oven. In fact, I was really surprised with how well the pie turned out. I think this new oven really elevated it over a pie that I would have made with the old one. But anyways, the pie is for everyone to share, and I'm really pleased with how it turned out. I really just can't believe you. You do know that I was the one who bought the new oven in the first place, right? I paid for it all, so just who do you think you are using it without asking me first, huh? I'm sorry, I don't think I quite understand what you mean. I am saying that it's my oven and you should have asked me before using it. I mean, seriously, how old are you that I have to be explaining this? I bought it, so it's mine. It's just that simple, and you should have known better than to use something that isn't yours without asking first. Hold on just a second there. What do you mean it's your oven? I mean, isn't it for all of us to use? Besides, it's your fault that the last oven that we had broke in the first place. That's why he had to completely replace it. Are you kidding me? I know that you're not trying to blame me for this. That oven was on its last legs and I just happened to be using it when it broke. But then you all had to make this huge deal about it and forced me to buy a new one. But you guys are the ones that were using the oven all the time, which caused it to break. I don't know what you want me to say. You broke the oven, so it's only natural that you should pay to fix it. And besides, I was the one who paid for this oven, and I didn't care at all if other people used it. Well, I am telling you that I bought this new oven, and that means that it belongs to me. Do you understand? So don't go using it without asking me about it first. In fact, the next time that you want to use the oven, I'm going to charge you $5. So what do you think about that? You're going to charge me money just for using the oven? What is the matter with you? So you've got all the money in the world to buy the things to make a pie, but you can't afford $5 to bake it? You really must think the world revolves around you, huh? But maybe it's just that you can't actually afford it. And just what is that supposed to mean? I mean that you are already the age you are and you're still living with your parents. I think that you can hardly say that you've lived a successful life if that's the case. Not only that, but you work at a gas station and are always bringing back free things from there. And on top of all that, you have to force your sister to buy new appliances. It's pretty obvious that you're nothing but a huge failure and don't know what you're doing with your life. Wow, I can't believe that I'm having to take this from you. What is the matter with you? What's the matter is that you were touching my stuff without asking me first. You didn't buy the oven, so you shouldn't have been using it.
So, you and Luna were getting into it again, because you used the oven that Luna was saying belonged to her.
I wouldn't say that we were getting into it as much as Luna was completely overreacting. I mean, it's like she completely forgot that she bought the oven as a replacement for the one that she broke. And now she's acting as if it's some precious object of hers that only she's allowed to use. She wanted to charge me money to use it.
I see. Well, in that case, it seems to me like it's all your fault.
What? Are you kidding me? How is any of this my fault when Luna was the one who broke the stove in the first place? Luna doesn't even use the oven. She doesn't bake or cook or anything like that at all. So for her to be getting so mad about people using something that she would normally not even touch is just absurd.
Well, sure, you say that the oven broke, but it's really just that one component of the oven broke, right? I mean, it still produced heat and all. I'm not sure the whole thing needed to be replaced, to be honest. But because you made Luna do so, I think you have to take the blame for this. You basically forced her to buy a whole new oven when that really wasn't even necessary.
I have no idea what you're talking about. That oven was so old and had been well used by the time it broke.
I get that, but that still just means that it looked like an old oven. That says nothing about how it was actually working. You should have just made her replace the part that was actually broken. I think that you just wanted a new oven, and that's why you made Luna be the one to go and buy it for you. Honestly, not only is that selfish of you, but it's also just so obvious.
I can't believe what I'm reading. Did you really think this was all some elaborate plot by me?
Oh, come on, Irene. It's not like you're the most mature person. I mean, you're still just working part-time at a gas station. It's clear you just wanted someone to buy you something new. You used Luna and manipulated the situation to get what you wanted out of her. Just admit it.
I am not going to admit something that I didn't do, and I didn't force Luna to do anything.
And I think that you're just changing the story to fit the narrative that you wanted to. But the fact of the matter is that you're still living at home and you could never afford something like that yourself. When are you finally gonna grow up and move out? You really need to understand where you stand in all this.
Where I stand? And just what is that supposed to mean, huh?
Well, you're acting like you're so special, but I'm the eldest son and I'm living at home to take care of mom and dad. The fact of the matter is that there's no reason for you to be here. I'm the new master of the house. I think you need to recognize that.
Did you seriously just call yourself the master of the house?
Well, it's true. I mean, this house, this land, I'm going to be getting all of it after our parents die. And so I just think you need to realize where you stand in all of this. All I'm saying is that you might want to think a bit about the future and maybe leave my wife alone. Okay?
You better be joking about all of this. I mean, since when did anyone say that you were going to be the master of the house? And just who said that you were going to be inheriting all of that after our parents pass away?
Well, I'm the eldest son, so of course I would get everything and you wouldn't. I mean, sure, you're my older sister, but you're not even married. That's why I'm telling you to stop being such a leech and learn how to stand on your own 2 feet.
Are you kidding me right now, John?
Sorry, I know it's easier said than done. I mean, who wouldn't want to marry a woman working at a gas station? But anyways, just leave Luna alone, okay?
Hey, Irene, I was just curious. How much money do you have in your bank account? Do you think you have enough to rent an apartment? And just why do you want to know how much money I have? I mean, I probably could afford an apartment, but why do you ask? I knew it! I knew that you were nothing but a little leech. You had savings this whole time, and yet you still insist on living at home. But now that I know you can afford to move out, I want you to pack up your bags and get out of here. We are done with you. Excuse me? You want me to pack up my bags and leave? Well, you just said that you had enough money to get yourself an apartment, so I'm not seeing what the deal is. But you can't just kick me out of my own home like this all of a sudden. What is going on here? Don't you see that this is all for you? If you don't have this push to help you get out of the house, then you're never going to learn how to be responsible. And since it's clear that you've been selfishly saving up money to hoard for yourself, I don't see any problem with kicking you out. You really think that I'm just some kind of selfish leech? Is that all you think of me? Of course it is, and it's high time that somebody kicked some sense into you, so I am taking it upon myself to throw you out. You need to go out into the world and learn how to take care of yourself. Luna, I'm sorry, but I just can't understand any of this. I mean, I haven't done anything to you or John, and I have a job. Sure, you have a job, but you're still not living on your own or standing on your own 2 feet. You're nothing but a gas station attendant who needs to trick her sister-in-law to buy her a new oven. Well, John and I are done feeding into your bad habits and laziness. That's right. Even John is with me on this. In fact, this was all John's idea. Are you kidding me? You mean to tell me that my own brother is trying to kick me out? He thinks that having you around is going to hurt his chances of inheriting the most wealth as possible from his parents, so that's why we're kicking you out. I see. And just what did my mom have to say about this little coup of yours, huh? Does she even know? Well, we don't need to bring this up with her at all. Besides, John already knows that she'll go without plan. After all, this is for her sake as well. And just how in the world do you figure that, huh? Because I know that your mom would rather just live with John and I and would love to get rid of you. Everyone would be better off without a leech like you in their lives. So you're really saying that my mom is on your side and you trying to kick me out? I'm saying that she will be and that it's no concern of yours to begin with. Now just pack up your bags, leave, and never ever come back. There isn't a single person in this house who wants you around. So take you and your part-time gas station working behind and just go already. Okay then, if that's really what you want, I'll be gone before the day is done. And never ever come back. The house belongs to John and I, and that's it. There's not enough room for you here, and there never was. You really are clueless, do you know that? But if I'm not going to be coming back to this home anymore, then I'll make sure that no one can ever go home to it. And just what is that supposed to mean, huh? It means that I have tried to be patient with you, and now I am just at my limit. I had no problem when you two moved in. But if you two are really going to try and kick me out of my own home, then I'll have to take matters into my own hands. And I'd rather see this house demolished and this land turned into a parking lot before handing it over to you. Look, Irene, I get that you're upset about being kicked out like this, but you have no authority to do anything like that at all. Oh, really? That's funny, because last I checked, I owned this house, and it's my name on the deed. Wait, what? It's your name on the deed? That's right. So tell me again how I don't have the right to do what I want to my property? What's stopping me from demolishing the house and selling the land? You know that this area is in pretty high demand, right? I could find a buyer within hours, but first I'll go and find a new apartment for myself. And tomorrow I'll look more seriously into what can be done about the house. But wait, hold on. Are you seriously the owner of the house? Why in the world is it your name on the deed? Well, it's because my mom changed the name from hers to mine, and that made me the owner. You see, after you and John got married, Mom decided to ask me to manage her estate. But I don't get it. Why would she want you to handle all of that? Well, it's because neither of us thought that you and John would want to move in with Mom. And since Mom was worried about what might happen in the future with her health, she wanted me to have the power to handle things if it came to that. But I had no idea about any of this at all. Well, Mom and I were thinking about telling you both, but we just had no idea how long you would be staying. Mom seemed to think that you two were always going to move out soon, though, so she thought better than to tell you both. But anyways, all of this is to say that the talk about you two inheriting the house and not me is just all something John came up with. But this can't be happening. The house, the land, it was all supposed to be ours. Well, don't worry. I'll let Mom decide who she wants to go and live with. And if she ends up picking you two, I'll even make sure to pay you money to take care of her. And just where are you going to get the money to do that? Why would you even do something like that? Well, because I promised Mom that I would take care of her. It wasn't just the house I was entrusted with. But anyways, after I sell this house, I'll also have enough money to be able to take care of Mom. In fact, this whole time, I've been giving help to Mom with her bills and even giving her an allowance. You have? But I really had no idea about any of this at all. Well, now you do. But anyways, I've got to go and start packing up all my bags. I'll explain what's happening to my mom, and you can explain this all to John. I would start packing up your things as well, by the way. You won't have much longer here. No, this can't be happening. You're lying. You've got to be lying to me right now. I mean, our whole plan, it's all gone. We were going to have the house all to ourselves, really make it our own. And now you're telling me that we're actually getting nothing? Yep, there won't even be a house standing by the time everything's said and done. But your brother is the eldest son. You can't just take his house from him. I already told you that John was never getting the house, so I'm not taking anything away from him. But anyways, him being the eldest son means nothing. So anyways, I'm going to go and pack. Good luck with everything. So in the end, I packed up my bags, lived in a hotel for a week while I apartment hunted, and ended up finding a great condo to live in. I made sure that it had room for 2 people since I knew that my mom would want to come and live with me and not Luna and John. She actually loved the place so much and was much happier there than back home. As for my brother John and his wife Luna, they had quite the panicked packing after they realized their time living at home was limited. They had actually drawn so many plans of all that they wanted to do to the house once my mom and I were out of the way. But all of their dreams and plans and blueprints came down to nothing as bulldozers tore down the house and flattened the land into an empty lot. I hear that the 2 of them are living in a terribly cramped apartment these days with almost no savings to speak of. I really have no idea where their money went. They must have thought they were going to get so much from owning the house after they kicked me out. It's clear, however, that they should have come up with a backup plan for themselves. I can only hope that this experience has taught them to always double-check documents and know the full context of what they're getting themselves into, to say nothing about lessons on how to treat people.
Thank you for watching till the end. If you felt good about this video, like the video. If you didn't like it, let me know why in the comments. Subscribe too. Your likes and subs lead to our motivation. We have so many videos on our channel as well, so go ahead and take a look. See you in the next video.